May profits be upon you. Hey, my favorite people in the world, my subscribers, my viewers. It's great to be in your presence. Well, let me tell you, the purpose of this video today is to do some analysis pre-market before I go to bed. All right. And this analysis will, should help you with your analysis on how to perform it yourself. And it'll benefit you insofar as getting ready for a London session. I'm getting ready. What time is it now? Yeah, I'm like an hour or so into looking at the clock, an hour or so into the Asian session. All right. And for me, the real Asian session starts at 8 o'clock, but I'm in the Eastern Standard Time. So, but 7 o'clock for the rest of you. Anyways, but really quick, I'm going to go over what I experienced during New York session. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because this isn't a New York session breakdown video. But what I want to show you is what is next level. And I got a little indigestion going on. I'm not gonna, I'm not patting myself on the head or back or anything, oh, I'm next level. No, well, I'm telling you what the next level is, and I'm working on it myself. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect in it at all, but I'm working on it. The next level is taking multiple trades in the same trade. All right. I entered this trade here. This is the New York session open. And at 8:12, I took this short. All right. I should have taken this long, but we're not going to go into that right now. I have regrets. I got regrets. I should have taken this long, but I took the short, right? And I was hoping to take it down to here where the London low is, right? We had the London low here. We got the previous daily low down here, as you can see in the corner. All right. And we had the Asian high. All right. What we did was we came down to that Asian high and it acted as support and it popped me back up. The problem, the thing of it is the higher time frame, which is what I want to go into tonight. Hello. Where did everybody go? All right. The higher time frame, you can see the market is very bearish, right? And we were coming to a POI, this 8 hour. Now, this was really, I think it was a daily or a weekly all the way over here, right? And I refined it down to an 8 hour, all right? So that's why it's a little smaller now, but we're inside of a daily order or a weekly order block. And man, I'm gonna tell you what, I was wanting to continue the bearish momentum, but there was some longs here as price was retracing, because if you look on the 1 hour, you can see, let me get rid of this. All right, we don't need the session breaks anymore. What you can see is clearly that there was a break of structure coming down, right? We're making a lower low, lower high, and this is not a lower low. Why? Because it's within this trading range. The trading range is from the lower high to that lower low to that lower high. And until one of these is broken, all right, this is your trading range. All right, if price comes back up here and makes a higher high, then we know there has been a shift in the market, a market shift, a bias shift, all right, from bearish to bullish momentum. If we see a break lower, then we know price is going to continue in the bearish momentum, right? That's a confirmation, all right? But in between, you'll see a lot of ups and downs. These are just swing highs and lows, all right? Swing low, swing high, all right? And they're short term, all right? That's because they're within the range. I hope you understand that, okay? All right. And what I was hoping for, what I was hoping for was the continuation of the bearish momentum. And I ignored the good bullish moves that happened here. All right. No, I thought there was a chance that we would see now. See, this is starting to drive me a little crazy. Let me mute that. They're waiting good and well until I get on a video. All right. So I wasted enough time on this. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to blank all of this. This is a lot of work, man, a lot of work, but I'm going to take you through because I care about my viewers and I want you to learn how to do this yourself. All right. What am I going to do? This is EURUSD. I'm going to the weekly. I'm going to take a peek at that weekly. Do we need to really look at the weekly? No, we don't. No, we don't. But for me, I do because I like to see what the overall structure is, right? I want to see what the intent of price is. We broke this low here. So, and I'm going to be looking for a break of you know, what do you call it? A break of structure. When I have a break of structure, I want to be looking for a return to impulse. That never happened. We never came back up here. Okay. That's something to note. We got as far as here, right? And that might do. All right. But for me, that is something worthy of note. And I know that if price was to get back up here, you know, maybe there's a chance that there's a good chance that price will reject because it wasn't really, you know, there was a mitigation here. There was a mitigation, but it was only one. So let's see. Anyway, so we have this weekly order block here, and you see how many times you see how many times it was tested here. It was mitigated multiple times, and then it finally fell. So I would definitely be looking at this order block. Do you understand what my process is right here? All right. We're looking to mark POIs where price may eventually come back and revisit. All right. And you can expect, because it was only, you see how price fell from here pretty aggressively, you know that there's selling orders here. You know that when price does visit back up here, it's probably a good chance it's going to fire off, right? Fire off to the downside. Okay. All right. So we have these broken here. You know, we don't have to mark it all up. What we're trying to do is just get a quick glance. You can tell in a glance. We have a bearish bias. We have broken structure. We have not had a true pullback yet. And I would be looking for some areas to be hit like so. You see how price left this area, came back for the mitigation of this base candle, right? All right. And I'm sure on lower time frames, we could refine these order blocks, you know, and make them tighter. All right. It's probably something good, something happening right there. You know what I mean? All right. And you can see all the missing price, this inefficient price movement was not properly balanced. This is an imbalanced movement, this as well, between that wick and this wick. This movement here is going to be, you know, price doesn't like to leave these long imbalanced moves. If it's all sells, they got to bring some buys back up in there, you know what I'm saying, to balance it off. Just like it did here. You don't know when, but it's coming. Got it? See how these covered those? All right, so price will cover these and cover those. And when there's an order block, or, you know, supply nearby or demand nearby, you know that price is going to come back to and visit those areas. All right, let's go on down further now. We got the bias here. Let's go to the daily. All right, now on the daily, do we see something clear? Where's the break of structure? We have a break here. Is this a break of structure though? We got, that's not really a lower low because there's not two candles there for a pullback. So this is one leg of structure up until we get here. All right, we have a pullback here. All right, that would make a lower high, and this is the lower low. All right, now we broke that lower high here to the upside. Very interesting, but we didn't get very far. You know, we did get a visit here. So this is something I'll mark. See, See this? We got a break of structure here, right? And you would expect a return to impulse. Here is a bullish order block. All right. Price did come back and visit that order block and fired right off from it. This was a pretty strong one, you know, and you can kind of tell that nature, you know, if we go back a little bit to 2 days, you'll see that this is turning into a nice refinable order block, right? But you see how price did come back and test just right where the wick is. So, you know, sometimes it's at the opening, it's at the end of the wick. Sometimes it hits the body, but I'm always looking towards the midsection, you know, when price comes to mitigate an order block, but sometimes it fires right off from the touch of the beginning. All right, so we drop from there. Boom, look at that rejection wick. I'm always looking at the nature of how price enters and leaves a supply or demand zone. All right. You see this aggressiveness as a drop from here. This is an order block that I want to keep in mind. All right. We have a bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. All right. We like that. I like to see how price forms these order blocks. Now, I understand that we're right on the edge of one here. So if price does come up here, see how it's not mitigated? No, price didn't come back up here. So I'm thinking that price, when it does visit here, it's going to have a pretty strong reaction. You like the way I say reaction? All right. Did I mark this correctly? Let me see something. Yeah, there you go. And I want to make sure things are precise. Okay. So that's one reason why I will mark this, because it has not been mitigated. And when it does get mitigated, it's probably going to be like, pow. All right. And we have an order block here. And price came back. Look how far it came back. Why? Just to balance off the imbalanced move. All right. To fill in the missing price, the fair value gap. All right. It didn't come up to mitigate that order block, though. All right, just filled in the gap. That's very interesting to me. So I will mark it. Now, this is on the daily, so we have plenty of opportunity to, this is 2 day. This is a 2 day, doggone. All right, so we have plenty of opportunity to, I'm going back to the daily. Yeah, we can say this is a daily now. All right. Boom. All right, yeah. So we have plenty of opportunity to refine. All right. So do I need to refine this one? You know what? Nope. It might. It could see this 3. You know, ICT teaches that you know, this is your order block here. All right. The whole up move before the down move. That whole move. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this like this until, you know, maybe later on I might refine it to just that bearish engulfer. All right. You see how we already have one there? So, you know, I'm not so sure this is necessary, but this whole block, I don't think I can go wrong with looking at that whole block. All right. And this is just a reaction off of this one. So we'll see. All right, let's go to the 8 hour, because sometimes I see a lot of things on 8 hour. Now, what I'm missing, what am I missing? I don't have, I should have slowed that down. Let me go back to the daily. I don't have a floor. I got ceilings here, but I don't have a floor. So I want to make sure I mark a floor. There goes one that jumps right off. Look how price has found this order block here multiple times before it fires off. Okay. Now, what I want to check on this is, when did price break the range? All right. When did price break the range? Was it this one right here, where price starts going boom, right? We formed this bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish. All right, we formed that and started moving up. So I want to make sure I note this one here. All right, was this one a break? Didn't make a new high, so I'm not looking at this one. This one made a new high. All right, it broke that high. All right, and it led to that all that bullishness. This was the first of this impulse. So I'm gonna make note of that. Like bam. Okay. My system is dragging over here. I hate it when it does that. One of these days when I get really well funded. Now, let me see. Look how price ran through that. So this is toast. This one's no good. This one's invalid and been invalidated. And I'll be looking down here, right, for price. Look at this. This is valid here. You see how we did break this high? And we created some equal highs here, but we didn't break that one. But we did break this high. I'm gonna make a note of this one. I'm gonna look at this one, and I would suggest you do the same. Okay. Let's see. We're right in this block, and this is on the daily, so this is a daily order block, and we are right up in it. All right. We almost passed through it, and we just might. We just might. All right. This process is moving pretty doggone slow. All right, but it is what it is. I'm taking my time doing this. You know, I'm doing it for free, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't in no rush, you know. I ain't know what I mean. All right, so we're in this here. And I'm going to make a good note of it. Let me also put this as a delta. Oh no, I done messed up, man. This is supposed to be bullish. Doggone it. I try to get you people to remind me to make sure I don't mess that up. Shoot. Bullish. All right. Doggone it. I'm sorry. All right. So we're hot. Feel free to speed this up or fast forward. Or do whatever you got to do. All right. So we'll see if it makes it through here. Then we'll be looking here for as the next POI. But we have a why did I do that? We have a ceiling and we have floors. So we have price sandwiched. So we know where it's going, because it's going to go from train stop A to train stop B to train stop C or whatever. That's the way it works, from supply to demand and from demand to supply. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the 8 hour. All right, do we see anything that we need to see here? All right, not really. I want to check to see if I can refine this order block a little bit more. All right, this is getting interesting here. All right, I think I can do it like this. Yep, because this even star, morning star formation here is really, when you put it together, it's a bullish order block. You just have to go to the next time frame. You'll see what I mean. Watch. I just went to the 12 hour, and as you can see, I've done this too many times. It's not like it's magic. It turns into a bullish order block. Got it? It's that easy, that simple. After a while, you just start recognizing it. So you don't have to keep going back. All right, now, should I refine this? Yeah, this is an 8 hour. I can refine that a little bit. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, all right. Careful there. All right, let me move on down. Come on now, move on down the road. We're at the 8 hour. All right, we're at the top. We're at this POI. Could we see price transition from bearish to bullish momentum and then give us that return to impulse pullback that we haven't gotten yet. It could very well happen here, or it could very well happen here. We shall see. So let's change this to 8 hour. All right. This one goes to 8 hour. Boom, boom. And can we refine this one? Should we refine this one? You boy, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes, because this part here was not mitigated. You see? So there's and then we have that back there. I'm looking at price maybe getting up in there and then coming back down. We'll see. This might be as inducement. This might be an inducement for people to take shorts when this is actually the target that it wants to return to impulse to. It may come all the way back up here. Who knows? But I'm looking for price to make a lower high. You understand? In the big scheme of things, as price is moving bearishly here, I'm looking for price to make lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, somewhere around here. And the way you figure where it could end up from the top of the impulse to the bottom 50% and above is where you want to see that impulse come to. And this one happens to align with the 61.8. You wanted to come back at least 61 to the 61 level. You wanted to come back at least 61%. All right. Here it's better because we're talking about discount as opposed to premium prices. All right. You heard me discuss that before. We're going to the 4 hour now. We don't need that just now. All right. So do we see anything? Do we need anything? What do we need to write? All right. When I get down to, you'll see when I put in the previous daily highs and lows, that becomes very important. All right. We still have that break of structure there. Down here, these are not breaks. These are not breaks of structure. This is just one impulse down. Now we have this pullback and then down. Could we see price give us an inverted head and shoulders and head up? It could very well happen. But right now, we're looking at how price is entering in these POIs. All right, I'm going to move these over because as we get lower, these things start spreading out and you start getting lost in some kind of sauce. All right. Now, what do I like to see? What would I like to see here? I would like to see price when it enters a POI. So let me get over here. When it enters a POI, like say this is here. This is a bullish, whatever you call it. Bullish OB, all right, order block. All right. What I want to see is something like this, where price comes in. Man, I done messed this up. Where price comes in, makes a low, lower, breaks this structure here, like so, breaks that high, comes back in and tests the order block that was formed in this leg of structure, this impulse leg that broke this high. It comes back and tests that order block and then takes off. That's what I want to see. All right. Now, that's crazy retarded. All right. So I got a retarded arrow. All right. So I'm looking for that down here. Now, could we possibly getting ready to have it form? Possibly. It could happen. Who says it can't? All right. What am I doing over there? All right. So maybe we have this, that, and maybe this will break that low. We'll break that low. All right. Like so. All right. And then maybe this comes up, breaks that high, and then comes back. Test that order block that was formed here. And then we could dance up. to make that lower high. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So on the 4 hour, that's good. On the 1 hour, it starts to get a little clearer. All right. I'm looking for a lower low, a break of a structural point, like around here. Now, see, this is a break to the upside, but this isn't structure. This is just a swing high. I need that. I would like to see this one broke. I would like to see that one broken. And we'll see how this forms out. All right, I'm looking for a transition of price, and I needed to, wow, I needed to, roll up, I need that to roll up, and we might get it here. We might get it here. All right, you see how these, the bearish order blocks are still being respected. All right, so now I'm looking for a bullish order block like these to be disrespected, and then price come back up above, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's look at the, do I need to note any breaks of structure? What is the last break structure on the 1 hour time frame? All right, we have this one here. Oh man, we have this one here. Oh. I don't know why. It's just choosing to. This is a short-term high. All right, this is another one down here. Another short-term high being broke. All right, the lines just ain't working out for me tonight. I don't know why. I've been good. All right. So we got two short-term highs. That's like a break of structure for me. We're looking for a return to impulse. That's exactly what happens. Notice how dramatic I got just now. All right. A return to impulse. It came right down. Boom. And then we didn't break that high. Now watch this. When you don't see a high being broken after a low is made, this is a weak low. This is a weak low. And what happens with weak lows? They are targeted for liquidity. Just know that this is a weak low. All right. And it will be targeted for liquidity. This high didn't make a lower low. It didn't make a lower. It didn't break these lows. That's weak. That's weak. All of these are liquidity points, and price will sweep just by one good thrust up. You'll see. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that I'm looking for price to take that low out, quite possibly taking this low out. All right. I'm looking for price to come below, not show respect to the order block low to the left, right? So we have a lower low forming the head, a break of these highs, maybe up to here. See how we have these equal highs up here, these relative equal highs. I need that one broke. All right. Let price tap that, come down, find the order block that's formed here, retap that, come and get that high, and we have a complete sweep of this liquidity. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It has to. It has to. Now, doesn't mean it's going to have to work out that way, but this is starting to look a little Wyckoffean, and we may be seeing, we may be getting prepared for a spring, and then that last test of it. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. Okay, that is what I'm looking for. I love the fact that we have this RTI here, and it failed to make a higher high. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be targeting this low, and quite possibly this one. So let's go to the 15-minute. I know this is taking a while, but it doesn't usually take me this long, and it's not going to take you this long in the future. I promise. But let me walk you through it. And kudos for you for hanging this long. Hey, do not forget to give me a like. All right, smash the like button, man. You know, show your love. Show your love. All right, now, so we're coming down here. I'm looking for breaks of structure. So what do we got? We got, hello, we got this one here. Is that a break of structure? Yes or no? No, it's not a break of structure, not yet. All right. When will it be a break of structure? You know, it's not just, it got two candles. No, it's not just two candles. All right. It has to break the trading range as well. All right. Make sure you understand where the range is. The bottom here is your range. All right. Where is the top of it? Where is the lower high that led to this lower low? All right. In my book, I'm looking past this high. I'm looking here. I'm looking here. These are the areas I want broken. These are the areas I would like to see broken. All right. Now, if we get over here and price breaks this high, I will be happy with that. All right. I will be happy if price comes down here and then breaks higher here, takes the liquidity from this point, that point, and maybe this point, man, it'll be glorious. But I would love to see it break this high. There is an order block here. You see how price left real aggressive from that area? This is a bearish order block. If price breaks this, if price violates that, you see how it came up there and then came down. When price finally violates this, then you know we are going up. We are going uptown. Okay, let me get this down here. All right. So this is a 15-minute order block. All right. So that's what I'm looking at. Yes. Yes. All right. So we have an order block here, which price is sitting on right now. And we have this lower bullish order block here. All right. As a return to impulse source of this impulse here. Again, here, we'll see if it does the same thing over here. Okay. All right. Now we don't need to go any further than that. All right. So we know what I'm looking for. All right. Look what time it is. It is. This is. Why does it say 8 o'clock? Oh, 2045. All right. We're on the 2045, the 845 candle. This is Asia. I don't expect a whole lot to happen with EURUSD other than sideways movement during this, but come this is the Asia session here. Come London, you know, you want to see how the Asia session set up, the London session. Did we find the bottom and London takes up to the top? Also, I want to put on my Asian session range. Why? Because I want to point out something that you need to make sure is on your chart. The previous daily highs and previous daily lows. Previous daily high there. I mark them off. Previous daily low. I used to go through the candles and do this myself, but it's easier to treat. All right, previous daily low. All right. And you want to mark off when the session highs, like this is Asia session, right? This box here. This is session highs and lows here. You want to make sure you have that because there are liquidity pools when the sessions make their highs and lows. All right, and price will find that liquidity. So so if price finds the high, if London finds the high, it's London establishes the high and low a lot of times for the rest of the day, and wherever it finds that high, then I'm going to be looking to target the low during New York. Do you understand? because London sets up New York, just like Asia sets up London. Okay. All right. So that's what I'm looking for here. All right. And I'm hoping that in the big scheme of things, we can get rid of this and that. In the big scheme of things, we're looking for price to make a lower high. So I'm looking for maybe a transition of price to start coming back up to make that lower high. And I'm looking in this region here. Remember when I put the fibs on here? We're going to divide this area into haves and have-nots, okay? We're looking for everything above the 50%. You understand? We want to short. If we're going to short, we want to short from the 50%, from the upper 50%. Again, I'll do it because this is our trading range. That's the top of the trading range. This is the bottom currently. All right, this is the lower high. This is the lower low. All right, everything in between is the trading range. All right, and I'm looking for price to come up in this area. All right, if we come up here, oh man, that'd be great because that'd be a return to impulse. All right, we only came up to 618. That's from here though. All right, you know, this could throw off the whole shebang. This can throw off the whole shebang on the 1 hour. Why? Because we have a break here, right? And after this break, I look for a return to structure, all right? And this would have been measured. Let me see. This would have been measured from here to there, from this bottom to that top, all right? Before we broke lower. So it makes, sometimes you have to say, is this the new top? Is this the new lower high on this time frame? On this time frame, this was the trading range, all right, until we made a lower low. All right, and it looks like price wanted to continue bearishly. All right, so and then you make the adjustment here. I hated to have seen that because I would have loved it for price to come all the way back up here because this is an unmitigated order block up here. Here, this is the area that we'll be looking at for price to revisit for a return to impulse. If it should happen. Why is my computer dragging so much? I'm going to put 1 hour here. Aha, you almost got it. Yeah, I got it. All right. 1 hour. Okay. So we did break this low. We did break this low here. All right. Did we get a return to impulse? That's not a return to impulse, man. It's a return to a impulse, and it may be inducement for people to take shorts here because this may be the real impulse target. All right. I believe because these are weak highs, that price will take out this low and quite possibly this low. Like I said before, we'll take this one out, because this is internal liquidity that price could sweep, come down, break the high, come all the way up and touch off. You know, it's going to do its dance up until then. It might do a dance here at this order block, all right, then break through and finally reach here, and we could take our short from that lower high, the lower high made down. All right. Why is this a lower high? This was the lower high. As long as we do not break this high here, that protected high, we are still bearish. All right. As soon as we break it, then we turn bullish. Do you understand? Good. All right. Because this is the lower high on this time frame. All right. On a larger time frame, this is the lower high. All right. As long as we stay below it, As long as we stay below the lower high in structure on the time frame that we're looking at, we're going to be good to go. That's the way this works. I hope you found this educational. I'm glad you spent the time to learn this, and be sure to ask questions, man. And I would love to see you in the Telegram, the free Telegram. Everybody knows I do drop trades in there, and we had a nice one today in the NASDAQ, and I do drop analysis in there. Hey, I would like to see your face there. All right, enjoy one of the two videos that I have on the screen right now, especially that forecast video that I put out on Saturday for the week ahead. And I will see you in the next video.